What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get your very first wholesale deal in 30 days, step by step. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be giving you an exact roadmap on how to get your first wholesale deal in 30 days. That being said, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you go down below, hit the red button and subscribe. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. But other than that, let's get right into the video. So that's right, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you an exact roadmap on how to get your very first wholesale deal in 30 days. I'm going to be giving you every step in this video, but it's going to be hard to go in detail on each step of the process. So if you want a full blueprint of exactly what you need to do to get your first deal and then from there on scale and grow a multi-million-dollar wholesaling real estate business, I highly recommend that you check out reiscalers.com. There's a link down below in the description for reiscalers.com. It's my program that goes over everything. That being said, let me show you in this video exactly how to get this first deal. So first, I want to mention this. When going after your first deal, you need to be doing proactive marketing rather than reactive marketing. Some examples of reactive marketing are bandit signs, direct mail, stuff like that, right? You're putting out a sign and you're waiting for people to call you. Direct mail, you're mailing to their house and waiting for them to call you off of your mail. So you're playing the waiting game. When I highly recommend when going after your first deal to do proactive marketing where you're chasing after your prospect, right? Which would be examples such as cold calling, door knocking, and stuff like that, where you're aggressively moving forward to try to find a motivated seller that will sell you their property for a discount. Now is probably a good time for me to cover the basic concept of wholesaling real estate. What is it, right? What is wholesaling real estate exactly? You are just flipping contracts. What you're going to do is you're going to find a motivated seller that will take a discounted price for their property. You're going to work out a deal with them and you're going to get their property under contract. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to market the deal and find a cash buyer that wants to buy the deal at a higher price, that actually wants to buy the deal and fix and flip it. And you are going to go ahead and assign your contract to them, sell your contract to them for an assignment fee. You are just finding deals and then finding a buyer that wants to buy the deal for a higher price and making a profit. You are not fixing up the property. You are not buying the property. You don't need any money to do this. You need barely any money to do this. So now that we've covered that you need to be doing proactive marketing and we've covered what the basic concept of wholesaling real estate is, now let's get into the steps that you're going to need to do in order to get this first deal. So now let's talk about what marketing strategy I recommend that you do in order to get this first deal. You're going to need to do marketing to homeowners in order to find a deal, and I recommend that you do cold calling marketing in order to find this deal. What is cold calling marketing? You get a list of homeowners and then you call that list. And that is how you do cold calling marketing. You can hire cold callers in order to do the cold calling for you, and I use thecallgenius.com for cold callers. But you can also do the cold calling yourself. So in order to do cold calling, you are going to need a list of homeowners, data, and then you're going to need a dialer. What is a dialer? A dialer is a thing that dials multiple phone lines at once. So that way you're not just hand dialing homeowners one after one and they're not answering. That'll take forever. What this dialer does is it calls 10 people at once and it feeds you the people that answer. So that way you're always talking to people and you're not waiting around. I like to use the Ready Mode dialer, also known as ZenCall, and there's a link down below in the description for a discount on that dialer. And now you're going to need a list of homeowners. There's a ton of different criteria you can pull for this list, such as high equity homeowners that have lived in their property for a long time, have paid down the mortgage, and now their property is worth more than what they owe, so they have equity. You could get absentee owner list, where they don't live in the property, it's either vacant or rented. There's a bunch of other different types of lists out there, pre-foreclosure, bankruptcy, you name it, divorce list, but I highly recommend that you call a high equity list, a 15 years plus residence list, meaning they've lived in their property for 15 years or more, meaning they're likely to have equity in the property. Where do I get this high equity list from? I get it from Cole Realty Resource. There's a link in the description for a discount on this data source. So now that you have data and a dialer, you can start doing cold calling, and you can do it yourself. You don't need cold callers. And even if you can afford hiring cold callers, I recommend that you cold call yourself for at least a few weeks before hiring cold callers, because you need to get good on the phones as well. So now you need to cold call every single day for at least 5 hours a day. And you need to talk to these homeowners and ask them if they're interested in receiving an offer for their property. You're also going to want to ask them a few other questions about their property once you get them on the phone. So if you want my cold calling script, you can go download it for free at jacobblank.com/free. There's also a link in the description for that as well. So now that you have the cold call script, just start making these cold calls for 5 hours every day. And you're going to start to find motivated sellers that are interested in receiving an offer for their property. So now that you're talking to these motivated sellers that want an offer for their property, you're going to need to be able to make them accurate offers. You're probably wondering, what do I use in order to find out what the property is worth and then calculate what I should offer them? I use PropStream in order to find comparable sales in the area in order to determine the value of their home. The ARV, the after repair value, is what I try to determine. And I use PropStream to find recent sales in the area that compare to theirs to figure that out. If you want a 7-day free trial of PropStream, there's a link down below in the description for that. And now that I found out what the property is worth using PropStream, I can use my offer calculator in order to find out what to offer the seller. I created this offer calculator where you just plug in the ARV, the value of the property, and then it will do all the calculations for you to give you your MAO, your maximum allowed offer to make the seller. If you want to use my offer calculator, go ahead and check it out at jacobblank.com/shop. There's also a link in the description for that as well. So now that you have PropStream, so you can run comps, run comparables, find out what the property is worth, and now that you have the calculator, you're able to make offers to the sellers. Start talking to these sellers and start making them offers. You need to make every seller that says they're interested in an offer. You know, you always need to make an offer to everybody. The more offers you make, the closer you're going to get to a deal. More calls, more offers equals more deals. So just keep pounding the phones every single day and keep giving out as many offers as possible. Now next, you're going to need to follow up with these sellers, right? They might not be ready to sell you their house right away. And like a lot of people say, the money is in the follow-up. And that is so true. My biggest deal ever for $130,000. One wholesale deal I made $130,000 on. Guess how long this deal took me to get? It took me 2 years. 2 whole years of following up with the seller in order to lock up the deal and make $130,000. So the money is in the follow-up, and so make sure you are keeping track of your leads, keeping them organized in some type of database so that way you can follow up with them. So once you find out the homeowner is interested in an offer, put them in some type of database. You can use a free Podio. Podio has a free workspace that you can use. You can use a Google Sheet, an Excel sheet, but those aren't the best ways. The best way is to use Podio and build out a Podio system. Also, my own Podio that I've developed for my exact business is going to be coming out in a couple months. So keep a lookout on that. I've designed it exactly for wholesaling real estate in order to keep track of all your leads. So keep a lookout on that. But it's totally okay to just use a free Podio for the time being. So now that you're keeping track of your leads in the Podio system, you can follow up properly. Now you just need to stay after it every single day, get after it, keep calling homeowners, keep making offers, and eventually you will get a deal. Now, as you do this, you're going to get better and better on the phones, but it is really important to have good sales skills. So I highly recommend that you watch a ton of videos on YouTube about sales. I also have a bunch of videos on my channel about sales, techniques, and skills, so make sure to go check that out. Also at jacobblank.com/shop, I sell my sales training documents there, so if you want to check those out as well, those are sure to help out. But you'll start bettering your sales skills, you'll get better on the phone, and if you just stay after it every day, having meaningful conversations, as many conversations as possible with homeowners, you will get a deal. So once you have a seller that agrees to the price that you offered them, you're going to need to get them to sign a contract. You are going to want to use a platform such as DocuSign in order to get them to electronically sign online. And you're also going to need a purchase contract. You can go download my purchase and assignment contracts and scripts at jacobblank.com/free for completely free. So now that you have the purchase contract and the seller agreed to the price that you offered them, send that over e-sign and get them to sign. And now you have the deal locked up. Congratulations, you got your very first wholesale deal. This is the very first wholesale deal of many. If you were able to get to this point, nothing will stop you again, and you are going to go on to making hundreds of thousands of dollars in real estate. But now that you have the deal locked up, it doesn't stop there. You got to be able to sell the deal so that way you can actually make the money. Don't count your dollars before the deal is closed, right? Don't say, hey, I locked up the deal, I'm $20,000 richer, but the deal hasn't been sold or closed yet. So don't count your dollars because deals fall through all the time and you don't want to get upset when that happens. So don't count your dollars before you have the deal sold and closed. But how are you going to sell the wholesale deal? There's multiple different ways about selling wholesale deals, and I've made a bunch of videos about that as well on my channel. A couple good ways to sell your wholesale deal is to network. Go to your local real estate meetups and network with different people, and I'm sure you'll find cash buyers there. You can also post your deal in real estate Facebook groups in the area, and a bunch of buyers will say whether they're interested or not in your deal. My number one favorite way to sell your deal, though, is partnering with me and my team. Me and my team will personally help you sell your wholesale deal for maximum profit. So just worry about locking up the deal. Don't worry about selling it, because me and my team will personally help you sell it and will only take a small cut of the profit. We're here to help you, and we're here to build a long relationship with you and do as many deals as possible as we can with you. We're not trying to take much profit off the deal, so please use us to help you sell your deals. I'm sure we'll be able to help you out and sell your deals for top dollar. If you want our help selling your deals, submit your deals at jacobblank.com/dispo. There's a link in the description for this as well. But now that you've got the deal and you've sold the deal, all you got to do is go through the transaction process. You're going to send all the paperwork over to a title company, and that title company is going to conduct the real estate transaction for you. The title company will do all the work. They'll get the buyer's information, seller's information, they'll record the closing with the county, and they'll do everything. So you just got to work through that transaction process and the deal will close and you will get paid. The title company will either send you a check or give you a wire, and there you go, deal done. Now after the deal is done, make sure to take this moment in. Don't take it for granted. This only happens once, and after you close this deal, you're going to be running so fast ahead on your journey that you're going to totally forget about this moment. So I really want you to take this moment in because it is truly special, because this is only the beginning of what you are going to be able to achieve in real estate. But that being said, I hope this video was helpful in order to give you a roadmap on how to get your first deal. If you want a full blueprint, step-by-step of exactly how to do everything in wholesaling real estate, make sure to go check out my Learn How to Wholesale program at reiscalers.com. So there's a link in the description for that as well. I put so much effort in creating this program in order to be as detailed as possible and help you out as much as possible. So I truly believe it is the best Learn How to Wholesale program, and it is available at reiscalers.com. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. I hope this video was helpful, and I really appreciate you coming back every single week to watch my YouTube videos. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you go down below, hit the red button and subscribe. It really helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you do so. But other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.